Hello, beloved. I thank you so much for your time and I thank you for joining me on the Prophetic Vessel Show. This will be your message from God, Ra, Allah, Source, the Divine. I'm grateful for your time. To those whom are keen or interested in becoming members of my Patreon, on my Patreon, I offer weekly sign readings for $10 per month based on love as well as spiritual path. I also offer on my Patreon personal readings for $50 per month. You get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, as well as career and finances. You'll find the link to my Patreon listed down in my description box below. You can also join my Patreon by typing what is on the screen via Google. Search it and it'll lead you to my Patreon website. Without further ado, let us step in and find out why were you spiritually led here? What is here for you, beloved? Why did you resonate with the title? And why did your own YouTube algorithm present you with this message? Let us tap in and talk to God, okay? Let's tap in here and talk to God. Okay, we have a masculine energy coming up here, and this masculine is showing up as an emperor. Okay, clarify the emperor. What I'm getting from this emperor energy, though, I feel like, this is somebody that once dealt with a karmic energy. Okay, this emperor was once in a karmic relationship. This relationship taught him a lot of things, that have to do with his own personal growth, right? We have the Two of Pentacles, yeah. So whoever this masculine was with, we have the Two of Pentacles to the Queen of Cups reversed and the Five of Cups. Like, simply put here, it's like there is no depth in what this masculine had with another feminine here, right? It's like this masculine feels like he wasted his time with this feminine energy because this feminine energy was nothing but an illusion and a fantasy, okay? This connection was based on illusions and fantasies. That's why this masculine feels like he wasted his time. It didn't mean anything to him. It wasn't anything other than just a regret. Like, this masculine wishes that he never gave his energy to this feminine because he sees her as a liar, all right, a pathological and a habitual liar, right? This masculine has no interest whatsoever in this feminine, doesn't care, doesn't think about this feminine. He's not interested. He's not there, all right? He's not there anymore. It's like even when he was interested, even when he was there, it's like this masculine knew that this is a relationship he did not want to be in. He had already foreseen them not being together for a while, right? He allowed it to be whatever it was, and then he thought like he could just move on from it, like he just didn't care, all right? But then this feminine energy here is somebody that the way in which she showed herself to this masculine was in a way of like, oh, you can trust me, I'm a good person, I'm this, I'm that. But it was all based on a lie and a fantasy and an illusion here, because this feminine was nothing like what she portrayed herself to be. She was actually somebody that is very dark spirited and unstable in who she is as a person. This masculine knows this. This masculine views this feminine as unstable. he can't really fathom if anything that came out of her mouth was really real. That's how much of a liar she was, or how much of an illusionist she was. She just played the role, huh? She just said whatever, did whatever she thought could get this masculine in a certain position with her. But it was never real. So this masculine, that's all that he has of this feminine. Oh, that girl, she's weird, that woman, whatever. It was never real. I never want to be with someone like that. I never want that. I don't care who, whatever this, I don't care. This is this masculine's energy. It's even to the point where he can't wrap his head around the fact that he even gave this feminine certain time, energy, efforts. He regrets it. He feels like it's that put this feminine in the energy to even be comfortable with certain things, because he feels like if he would have placed boundaries from the get-go, she wouldn't have gotten that comfortable with him, right? But he feels like, we live and we learn, whatever. She doesn't mean anything to me. She means nothing to me. And that's where he's at with it. And that's where he'll forever be, because this masculine will never see this woman as anything outside of what she is, which is a liar, a fantasy, an illusionist, and somebody that is not meant to be trusted, somebody that is going to say whatever, do whatever, just to get something out of another person, right? We have Aries, Taurus, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. We have double Scorpio energy, okay? We have also Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. So there's something significant that this masculine told this feminine, like, and it was along the lines of him wrapping this situation up. He said it like, yo, me, I want nothing to do with you. I'm good for you. Like, yo, I'm like, he literally told this feminine what I'm telling you. Like, he doesn't want her. Like, he told her. And this feminine refused to understand that, right? This is a karmic feminine. And because of her karmic nature, it's in her to never really care about anyone outside of herself. This is a very selfish person. They do whatever, say whatever, act however for their own benefit, not putting into consideration, oh, this person had so much love for me. They were genuine. Yes, it didn't work out, but I remember their efforts. I remember this, I remember that. And that's what I'm going to take with it. This person doesn't have the capacity as a woman within themselves to be on that. All they care about is getting what they want, even though what they want doesn't want them back and never will. This person is still hung on to the fact that, yeah, we once dated. How many people have you dated? It's not this masculine isn't the only ex that she has, just to show how delusional and sick-minded that she is. She wants to further put it out there like, yo, we dated. Like, that's the only person you dated. That's not the only person you dated. You're just delusional and choosing to stay stuck in something that is not real. And you know it's not real. This feminine knows something is not real. She knows it to the core, but she doesn't want to accept it for what it is. This is a feminine energy here. It's like a masculine is so gone. Like, the masculine is not even a part of this at this point. It just needed to be acknowledged. He just needed to be acknowledged in this way. But moving forward, to even clear the energy, he is not a part of it here. It's not a part of something. It's never gonna be that. It's dead. Something is so dead, and it was dead even before this feminine thought it was. Like, it been dead. It's been, okay? So this masculine did express himself, hoping that it would get through to this feminine, telling this feminine, yo, me, this is where I stand. I could care less, like, whatever, I'm out. But this feminine, she started stalking this masculine heavily and stalking whoever she felt he would connect with next, or whoever she felt would connect with this masculine, right? Now that she's not in the picture type of energy. So this masculine here, cool, not to speak about him further. There is another feminine here. This feminine is not a karmic feminine. This is an empress energy, okay? This is a Empress energy that I'm channeling here. Somebody that was not in this Emperor's life before this feminine, all right? Somebody that this masculine connected with after this feminine. They didn't have anything before that. It was never like that, all right? Even if they might have known each other, it wasn't anything that could be like, oh yeah, you know, established. It wasn't like that yet. But yeah, we have the Lovers here. So the Queen of Swords. So because this masculine had already made it clear to this feminine, like, yo, me, I'm good for you. Yo, I said I don't want you. I'm done. To the point where this masculine tried to say certain things that could maybe trigger something in this feminine to really see that, okay, like maybe stretch it. Like, yeah, you did this, you did that. Like, so that's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to enable this feminine to get the picture. But because she's a karmic feminine, she will never get it. Like, I don't care if 20 years pass. This person will never get it. Isn't that sad? It's sad if you ask me. She'll never get it. She'll always be attached to something that's unrealistic or not based on reality. Whatever it is she thinks she and this masculine had, this masculine is, when I say he doesn't even remember, these are the type of women that lose their mind over a man that never even was there with them the way they thought he was. It's like, yeah, it was this deep, but to this man, it wasn't like that. Yeah, me and him had this connection. We introduced each other to this, that, but like this man is not in that energy with it. He never was. It's just what she had thought of him. You know, everyone has a certain perception of each other. Even if you date someone, whatever perception you left them with is a perception they formed of you. So, coming back to the message here, I'm being called to tap in further, okay? There is a divine feminine here. Out of all of this situation, there's a divine feminine who this masculine loves or is in love with or wants to connect to, wants to give to, okay? And he wants to do it in a committal type of way. He views this feminine as somebody that he can drop it all for. Like, he don't care who's this, who's that, he don't care. Just for this feminine, divine feminine, okay? Let's see what's going on here with this energy based on the divine feminine. Yeah, this divine feminine makes this masculine feel like, you know, he can be somebody that can commit, somebody that can have a long-term relationship, or something that can be so stable that it lasts forever. Like, it's like this is a feminine that puts this masculine, the same masculine that is not, we establish where he is with a certain karmic feminine, but with this divine feminine, this masculine is in a different energy. He's in the energy of expressing love, being in love. He's in the energy of seeing something with a divine feminine that he didn't see with anyone before. Even if he tried to initiate it with people before, it never was in alignment. The people that he tried to do this with, like maybe have something solid with, they weren't in alignment with him. But he sees this feminine as somebody that will always be in alignment with him, or always has been in alignment with him, or is in alignment with him. Yeah, I just saw the Queen of Cups, right? There it is. Okay. Clarify the King of Cups. Based on this divine feminine here, we have the Page of Pentacles. Give me one more here. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Okay, we have several, but look at what came out right next to one another. I love it when God does that. We have the Empress next to the Queen of Cups, and I had just shown you the Queen of Cups, and we have the King of Cups here. It's all clarifying the King of Cups. The Empress, divine feminine energy, and we had the Emperor come out first. The Empress is right next to the Queen of Cups. Need I say more, right? Need I say more? We have the Knight of Pentacles here. We have the Empress. Okay, Queen of Cups. So So this masculine, okay, we have the Hangman and the Seven of Wands. This masculine definitely feels like everybody, including this karmic feminine and everybody else that he was with, he feels like none of those people were in alignment with him. It was just something that he wanted out of a situation, but it doesn't mean it was meant to happen. You know what I'm saying? You can want something with someone, but if it's not meant to happen, it won't, right? And you just move on and life just moves until you find that person and you just pour your heart out to, and it becomes what you wanted it to be. Can you imagine all this time this masculine wanted something in a relationship with the people he was with, and he's just now finding it with a divine feminine? This, whether or not they're together yet, right? This karmic feminine knows that there is a divine feminine involved. All right. We have the sun, we have Leo energy, and then we have Libra energy again with the Four of Swords here. This karmic feminine knows that there's a divine feminine involved, and she knows that this divine feminine energy is nowhere near the type of person she is. It's not about just looks or this, that, and the third. Of course, yeah, you can never look like another person unless you were twin. Even then, there will be differences. But my point is, like, this feminine here, this karmic feminine knows that whomever this masculine is about to connect to, if he hasn't connected to them already, she knows that, you know, once this masculine experiences this Empress, Queen of Cups energy, I mean, this feminine is showing up in a way of like being somebody that this masculine energy can build with, being somebody that this masculine, because she's showing up as very grounded within herself and very stable emotionally, somebody that is not like what he's used to. All right, he might be used to a lot of karmic energies that he thought he could have this and that with, but then this feminine exposed him to a certain vibration of womanhood that he had no idea existed, and he wanted it for himself for a long time, and now that he has it, he's never letting it go. And this karmic feminine knows that this divine feminine is going to be the reason that this divine masculine changes who he is. Like, it's, he knows that, she knows that, right? This karmic feminine knows that when this masculine connects with this feminine, there's nothing that she can do or say to put this masculine in a position to want her back. Because already it's like he deaded her in his mind, in his heart, in his spirit. He put an end to her. But she just didn't want to process, accept, and take accountability and acknowledge that. So because this feminine here, this karmic feminine knew that this, look at that, we have the moon showing up, and I'm being called to put it as a general energy, the moon. I'm talking about like this feminine energy, the way in which they went crazy, ballistic, insane about the fact that this masculine is going to connect with this woman here, this divine feminine, not just any woman. Like, I'm feeling this karmic energy, I'm feeling her energy so strong. Like, this is a karmic woman who, even if this masculine could literally be with her and treat her like trash and still be with other people, she would be okay with that. She just doesn't want this masculine to not want her at all. There's something about who this masculine is, either the position he is in or who he is in general, where this karmic feminine feels like if she could have always had the access to always feed onto him in that way, whatever it is that is of this masculine that she wanted for herself, in a way that it's not about love. This karmic feminine doesn't really love this masculine. She loves what this masculine is about. Like, oh, he can do this for me. He can put me in that position. He can elevate me in this way. I can get this if I'm with him. I can be seen like this, cloud, this, that, and the third. It was never about love. Now she feels like this divine feminine is going to get all of that and more because she's actually deserving of it. She too knows that. The karmic feminine, she sees it in the divine masculine, in the divine feminine. She sees that this is a person here that anybody would like to be with. You know, it's one of those women that like, damn, like I wouldn't, you could be the divine feminine, right? Watching this. But take all of this how it resonates. But this karmic feminine sees that this divine feminine, anyone could literally, anyone could want to be with. It's like those type of women that are like all in one, or like if I have this woman, like I'm good, like I have a good woman by my side, I'm good, I wouldn't want anyone else. And it's not about anything superficial here. This is a woman of depth, stature, all right, a woman of dignity, integrity, a woman of discipline, all right. With this Empress and with this Queen of Cups, she's not just that, she's nurturing, she's loving, she's kind, she's compassionate, and she walks in that vibration of love. Who wouldn't want to be with someone like that in general? So this feminine is used to this masculine being a certain type of person. Like the version of him that she knows is not the version of him that is true. This masculine gave this feminine whatever she wanted in terms of like, oh, you think this, you want this version of me, you want me to be on this, okay, cool, like I'll give you that, okay, I'll give you that. But it was never like, I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna let you in my mind, I'm gonna express all of this to you, me and you are gonna have this spiritual connection, me and you know, we're gonna, even intimately, when they would be together intimately, it wouldn't be anything of depth. Like this masculine was not in that vibration with this feminine. He couldn't be in that vibration with the type of person that she was either way. It wasn't just about, oh, in comparison to this divine feminine and that karmic. No, the type of person that she was, this masculine never really saw past the fact that she's just an unstable, imbalanced person, and this would never have lasted long either way. Despite if this divine feminine came into the picture, it wouldn't have lost it. It didn't last. It was what it was. And just because she's refusing to accept that, it doesn't change anything. It is what it is. So the way in which I'm being called to clear this energy, all right, and leave the moon. Let's tackle this moon energy because I'm seeing something here. I'm channeling something here, right? We have the Eight of Cups. It's like something, this okay, as soon as this divine masculine walked away from this karmic lost her mind. Like she lost her mind because why? She knew that this masculine would never give to her again. All right. She knew that this masculine would never give to her again. And all she cared about was the fact that this masculine could put her in a certain position, give her this, she could be seen like this and all those things, right? And God is asking me not to be nonchalant about that. Like the fact that like she's really, I feel like this is the type of feminine that's, I'm being asked to emphasize the fact that she loves attention, spotlight, validation, acknowledgement. I'm proud of you, round of applause, the eyes of others. She would do anything to always be in that energy, always be in that vibration, always align with that frequency, or everybody knows me, or everybody sees me, or everybody notices this about me. You know what I mean? That's who she is. That's what she's about. So this masculine, there's something about who I'm being called to not even drag it out when it comes to the masculine. I'm being called not to speak about him, but this feminine was after something specific when it comes to this masculine. She was after something specific. It wasn't, oh, I love him, I'm so crazy about him, I don't want nobody with, nah. And even if it was like that, it wouldn't change the fact that this man, it's just, it wouldn't be that. But that's not what she was after. She was after what this man was about. And she wanted to keep things the way they were. She wanted to make sure that this masculine would always give to her, never leave her in the cold, never put her in a position to, you know, have to do this on her own or achieve this on her own or have this on her own. She always wanted this masculine to put her on. She always wanted this masculine to be, opening certain doors for her, like things like that. We have the Nine of Wands. That's me. So this karmic feminine, they've been doing moon magic here ever since this masculine walked away. They were doing moon magic to enable this masculine to come back into their life. And it's because, right, this feminine energy is very, very, very desperate for the spotlight, for attention, for clout, for validation, acknowledgement. She's very desperate to be noticed. And this masculine brought her exactly what she needed in that way. Wherever this masculine is, whatever he does, it put this feminine in a position to get what she was always dreaming of. Like, it's like this be the feminine, like she always wanted this for herself. Like if I were to have this and that and do this and that, I'm good. This was that type of feminine. Like that's all that she cared about. So as soon as this masculine walked away from her, she lost her mind. She went crazy with the moon magic here. Doing all types of things here based on moon magic, right? This feminine energy wanted to make sure that this masculine energy doesn't let her go. Like I said, this feminine is so desperate that she would have settled for having this masculine put her in a third party. She would have settled to having this masculine be busy elsewhere, and she at least is still getting this acknowledgement, this clout, this validation, this spotlight, this attention. She would have been okay with it as long as this man never walked away. But because he completely walked away, isolated himself, cut her off, blocked her out of his life, ghosted her, whatever he did to make it known that it's not interested, it put this feminine in an energy to be like, so you're never going to give to me again. What if I need you to help me get into this position? What if I need you to do this for me? Like, that's all she cared about. And she tried to manipulate this man with moon magic to get him to return back. But this man is nowhere near this feminine. Like, this man is happily trying to pursue another person, and not just any person, a divine feminine. Okay, he's happily trying to pursue another person, while someone here, this karmic feminine, going crazy with the moon magic. I'm talking about every night. She up at night. She don't sleep. This is a woman that don't sleep. I'm talking about like every day. That's how desperate someone is here. She feels like as soon as this masculine walked away, he took everything with him. Everything that made her feel like she was this and that, and she was bad, she was that, she was that. Everything went with this masculine, and she stayed her lame old self. She feels like she's back to her lame old self. And she doesn't want that. She wants what this masculine exposed her to, what she gave to her. How selfish could someone be, though? We have the identity card and the Four of Pentacles. This moon magic was done to keep this masculine stuck on her and not on anything else. Like, she wanted this masculine to not go anywhere. Like, she wanted this masculine to still give to her, to still help her out, to still put her on, to still do this and that for her. That's all she cared about. That's all she cared about. Nine of Cups. But as soon as this masculine walked away, she was like, damn, now who's going to do this to me? Now where am I going to, now who can I be with that could put me in that position that he put me in, or enable me to have what I used to have? Like, she started going crazy off of that. It's not based on love. And that's the difference between this karmic feminine and this person that this masculine is going to. It's a connection based on love. It's a connection based on a true foundation. None of them care about, oh, you're gonna do this for me. Dating you means that I'm seen like this, and when we together, all the bitches gonna be mad. Like, yo, that's not what. If you grown as hell and you really want a committed relationship based on a healthy generational curse breaking relationship, you're not gonna be on that. And a karmic feminine can't even reach that point of themselves where they're like, okay, I just want to be with someone because I want to commit and I want to be loved and I want us to love one another. I'm going to act right. I'm going to do. No. They just like, okay, what am I going to get from you? Like, I know, like, being with you, like, I know that, like, yo. And it has nothing to do with love. I'm being called to emphasize that this masculine never loved this feminine. This masculine cared about this feminine. At some point, this masculine was fond of this, and he was only fond of this feminine based on what this feminine had exposed him to, based on like, oh, this is who I am, and this is, whatever. Like, I'm on this, but it was a lie. Like, this feminine here came off a certain way to this masculine, like, oh, like, you on your things, you're doing you. And then she started to slowly show herself during the relationship. That's when this masculine knew that he can't stick around. That's when he saw, like, yo, I thought I could offer you this and we could be something. But then when she started to show herself, not show what she thought this masculine wanted to see, or show what she thought this masculine would be interested in, when she started to show her real self, this masculine wanted to run the other way. He knew that this relationship is never going to get far. It's never going to be anything of a solid foundation, solidity. So she's been doing all this, these moon rituals, this moon magic here. We have the Three of Pentacles. This feminine is so concerned about how this masculine just went away and took everything with him. And now she's back to her lame self. Like, I keep getting that same energy where, like, she feels so humiliated, embarrassed, and ashamed that all she was only because of this masculine. Like, at the end of the day, that's the truth. Like, you only care about that because you know that he was the one that made you who you were. He was the one that opened those doors for you and put you in that position. You can never have that capability for your own damn self. No one would take you seriously if it wasn't for this man. Like, this, everything is hitting this feminine here. Everything. And she's so concerned that everybody now sees her as her regular self. We have the Ten of Pentacles here. Let's see. We have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. While this feminine is focused on this masculine in a way of profitable gain, however way, status, reputation, money, position, whatever that she was focused on, it's the opposite of what this masculine is dealing with or wants to deal with in terms of this divine feminine. Because this relationship that he is going into here, this relationship that he now wants, is nothing based on what it was based on with everybody else that he dealt with. Everybody else had their own identity, had their own things. And now this feminine, this divine feminine here is nothing like what this masculine knows, right? While this karmic feminine doing moon magic is focused on this masculine and keeping him stuck, she doesn't see that the more she does this, the more delusional she becomes in terms of, like, she always reverts back to something within her mind that isn't real. A world that she wants, a world that she felt she had that wasn't even real or realistic. So now Because this masculine is not even in that vibration. He's focused on building something really solid. He's focused on having something that he can be proud of. He's focused on really building upon a relationship that he can really flaunt and show off without it being based on nothing but a solid foundation. He's focused on loving on this divine feminine, giving this divine feminine everything that she wants, putting this divine feminine in a position to really feel like she is the only woman for him. You know, things like that. Things that this karmic feminine will never get to experience because that's not who she is. All she's doing is doing this moon magic, trying to lure this man back in, trying to make this man want her again, trying to make this man feel like, you know, he misses her, trying to make this man go in his head and think about her, trying to make this man feel like, oh, this where my happiness is at with her, with the karmic feminine. But it's all, again I say this, it's not real. It never was. It still ain't. Even if it would have worked. Now this masculine going back to a fantasy. He going back to an illusion. He going back to spells. He going back to rituals. He going back to something that isn't real. It's not real. It isn't. So what? It's all based on the selfishness of this karmic. Like, I'm talking about she going heavy with this moon magic here. While this divine masculine is elsewhere getting it in, or elsewhere trying to pursue someone, or elsewhere trying to change his life with another person, giving no fucks, okay? Giving no single damn about what this karmic feminine has going on. He doesn't care. Like, he doesn't care to the point where, like, he could really embarrass this feminine, if this karmic feminine, if she really tried him like that, or tried his divine feminine like that. All right. So this moon magic, she's thinking that it's going to lure this man back in, but she knows it's not working, and it's messing with her mental here. It's making her mentally imbalanced the more she does this. Already she was delusional. Already she was unstable, but this is just making it worse. The more she does this, the more unstable she becomes. The more imbalanced she becomes. Look at what's coming out again. We have the Queen of Cups and the Empress here again, right? And the Hierophant. Like, this man is going to do wonders with this divine feminine. This man is going to have the love of his life with this divine feminine. This man is going to never be the same with this divine feminine. Yo, the Sun. I'm talking about this man's going to be so happy that anything that was of his past will never resonate with him again. This karmic feminine here, if they press now, they're going to be pressed when this divine feminine is married, or this divine feminine is engaged, this divine feminine is pregnant. They're going to be pressed. Even if this karmic feminine once upon a time had a child with this person, or it almost happened, it doesn't matter, because it wasn't it wasn't real. Like, even if there is a child involved, the relationship between both them, it isn't real. And if not, it doesn't matter though. Whatever. None of that was real. It was all based on a fantasy illusion. And this divine feminine is going to put this masculine in a position to never go back to what he used to know, who he used to be. She's going to love the hell out of this man. This man is going to love the hell out of her, and love her to the point where all he wants to do is commit and make her happy, or committed to making her happy. If this don't make you happy, baby, oh, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to drop that. If this person being in my energy make you uncomfortable, oh, don't worry. Damn straight, you're never going to see them again. It's like this masculine is going to do things he would have never done for others, because who this feminine is to him is nothing like who he used to know. Anyone he used to be with. It's nothing like what he dealt with. This karmic feminine, even if she's selfish, she's trying to do this moon magic and trying to get this man back in her energy, she'll never smell this man again in her whole entire life. She better hold on to those memories, in 10 years from now and she's still going crazy, she's still delusional, it's just going to be a sad case of a person here that really can't let go. And she'll be holding on to a non-existent reality, a non-existent past, because past don't exist. It passed, it happened, it doesn't exist. It doesn't. My partner and I, we spoke about that. He was like, isn't it crazy how the past is literally non-existent? Think about it though. It exists within memory, within feelings, within thoughts, but never within reality. It doesn't exist. Yesterday doesn't exist. So imagine now this comic feminine thinking that even if getting this man back they're going to still have, it's not going to be that. It never will be and never has been. She's just so damn delusional and so damn karmic that she can't let it go. Thinking that this man, you're going to see how dangerous I am. I'm going to do this. I'm like, you're going to get a protection order on your ass. A restraining order on your ass. Coming about 4 feet of this man going to put your ass in jail. Maybe you will get the picture. Maybe you will hear when he says he does not want you. Maybe it will sink in that you don't mean anything to this man. He don't care. This coming feminine really has another thing coming, because this moon magic here, she's doing it so heavily that it's beginning to make her see things that aren't true. Like she's hallucinating. She's starting to have dreams of what it would be like. She's experiencing dreams of what it would be like if her and this man were to get back together. And like, this time she gonna act right. This time she gonna do this. But it's not real. This woman is just literally trapped in her own mind. She's trapped in her own mind. She can't get out of her own delusions here. She can't see past them. And this masculine is long gone. When he was with this feminine, he was a different person. He was in a different vibration of life. All he wants to do is commit to this divine feminine. All he wants to do is make this divine feminine happy and be happy with this divine feminine. All he cares about is receiving this divine feminine's love and doing whatever it takes to keep it that way. And all he cares about is the fact that he now has everything that he always wanted with someone that is actually deserving and worthy and valuable enough. All right. So with that being said here, this moon magic is never going to work. Okay, this masculine is going to keep being in love with another person or connecting with another person or wanting another person. It's not going to ever take away anything from this man. It's only thing this moon magic is going to do is keep this feminine in a position to be more and more crazy, delusional, and unstable. She better stop this, because in time, she might as well snap. In time, she might as well lose it. Imagine being in an energy where you want someone, you keep chasing off, and you like, it's going to get to a point where that masculine is going to have to take legal action. Or it's going to get to the point where that masculine is going to even regret looking at this feminine and looking their way. Like, damn. All I did was just date you. What makes you think you can be this for my life? What makes you think you are my God and I must not do what you want me to do? I must not date. Like, we just dated. So what? How many other people has this coming feminine dated? You don't see them trying to be this in her life. It just shows that this feminine ain't right. She never been. And now it's just showing even more, because what she's doing here is not going to remain a secret. However way this masculine finds out, he will. And when he finds out, best believe he's going to be extra repulsed and disgusted by even having the thoughts, the memories, the feelings of being with this feminine in the past. He's going to be so grateful that it will never be that again. This divine feminine here is going to be happy. They're going to have happiness, victory. And whatever weapon this karmic feminine tries to form, trying to lure this masculine back in with moon magic, they're going to have to live to see the day this masculine becomes more happier with someone else. They're going to have to live to see the day this masculine literally is untouched by the moon magic, because it's never going to happen. I'm being called to end this message here. This was your message from God, Ra, Allah, Source, the Divine. I'm grateful for your time, and I thank you for joining me on the Prophetic Vessel Show. To those whom are keen or interested in becoming members of my Patreon, on my Patreon, I offer weekly sign readings for $10 per month based on love as well as spiritual path. I also offer on my Patreon personal readings for $50 per month. You get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, as well as career and finances. You'll find the link to my Patreon listed down in my description box below. You can also join my Patreon by typing what is on the screen via Google. Search it and it'll lead you to my Patreon website. I thank you all for everything, and I will see you all soon. Goodbye.